Hi guys, Putin here with a game in my tier 10 US destroyer, the Gearing. Now, if you saw last week's video, you will know that this is not a 19-point captain. I only have concealment expert, and I do run with some AA modules on this ship due to somebody challenging me. I'm also divisioned up with Electric Singh and his friend Hank, two gentlemen I have met through a Snaky Snake. Sorry about that, but these guys do play competitive. They do tournaments and clan battles. Now, my initial plan here is I really want to go to A. I've never been a big fan of leaving this side of the map open. Destroyer gets through, can wreak a lot of havoc. Zing goes, you know what? There's nobody really going over there. There's only three of us. Let's stick with the team. Let's stick back a little bit. Find out what's going on. Now, at this point, I let them know that I am located, that somebody is running with radio positioning finder, and this is one. Hank lets me know that he has it on his Zao. He says the ships that he usually has it on, he likes it because it's a very nice end game perk. He's usually in a division, so with that he likes it. So now I'm just trying to make my way back to by the camp, trying to get some of these spots out. See, the Amagi I was going to hit, that I did want to send torps, would never have gotten hit by these torpedoes, so I'm just going to try to take a couple shots, try to get them lit on fire. I get spotted, and then I pull an answer. And I'm like, how the heck can that Amagi see me, over an island? If it was a shimmy, I thought I would have been able to spot him first. But apparently it was, I believe, the shimmy who spotted me. I'm not going to bother to repair this because it's really not hurting me. Making my way back, and this is when somebody calls, there is something over there. Now I see these torpedoes coming down the channel, which means I'm going to try to make my way back to Zing. And at this point I asked Zing, I said, hey man, do you want me to come over and smoke you? And he says, nah, don't worry about it. Now, as you can see, there comes a second set of shimmy torps. Now, at this point, I'm not sure if the Donskoy hit his radar or not. That will become pertinent information later. But as you can see, poor Zing dies. And, I'm not going to sit there and say, see, I told you so. But this is some of the reason why I don't like leaving this side of the map open. We lost a very good player and an extremely strong ship. I think the Montana is still a strong ship. So I let Zing know, I'm going to go avenge you. Don't worry, my friend. Now at this point I start thinking, you know what? I don't think this guy's going to keep making a break to go up to our side. Especially with him seeing a Donskoy coming down on him. I do suspect he's got to think that there's possibly a destroyer also, particularly myself, because I was spotted for a brief second in the area. As you can see, Shimmy drops all his torps on the Donskoy. At this point, I'm still wondering why this guy hasn't used radar. I would have thought for sure we would have been able to pick this shimmy up. As you can see, it was 9 kilometers. He easily would have. But at this point, I'm gonna drop my torpedoes and kind of hope for the best. Gonna hope that this shimmy didn't think that there was anyone else over here. I really don't want to use my guns, but I want to try to bait this guy into shooting at me, not paying attention to my torpedoes. Really don't want to get into gun engagement with him at range, especially with a cruiser backing him up. As you can see, most of my backup, well, I'm sure somebody would be able to hit him, might not be in the best position to help me out as I take 2,000 damage from this Tiger. Look at my torps and I'm starting thinking, yep, my torpedoes are good. Devastating strike. Goodbye, shimmy. Thought for sure you would know if a U.S. destroyer is not shooting his guns, he is torpedoing you. That is true at every tier. Sorry about that, guys. And that's something that you should be well aware of. If a U.S. destroyer shoots his guns at you and is running away from you, his torpedoes are in the water and they're coming at you and you need to take action. Whether they are spotted or not, you need to do something. Now, I do this as a bait sometimes, but still at the same time, it's better safe than sorry. Just because these torpedoes are really, really nasty on the gearing. I do run with the torpedo acceleration, so these things have a range of 3.2. Sorry, I keep forgetting how fast they go. I'll probably put that information in the comments down below. But I asked Hank, hey, what do you want to do with the cyclones hitting? And he goes, well, most of these guys are over by sea. The Amagi's begging for help. He goes, we can still kind of we still kind of need to play a little bit more defensively, as they have the ship advantage. Now, luckily for us, one torpedo wall is dead, but we have lost a very powerful cruiser in the Donskoy, so his radar's gone, and two battleships, one of them being, unfortunately, Zing in his Montana. And I let Hank know. I said, hey, man, I'm going to go help out this Amagi, maybe get rid of this Zao, as another destroyer pops up on the A side. So there were two gentlemen over there. It looked like one was trying to make a break, but I'm sure when he saw his friend died, he might have decided against it, come back. A cruiser potentially spotted him. Something has spotted this gentleman. So as you can see, the destroyer on the A side is heading on his way back. And at this point, I'm thinking, do I want to drop torps on his Zao, or do I want to try to torp one of these two battleships? I know which way they're coming. I have a good idea of where I could drop these torps to get one or two good hits on these gentlemen. But I figured, you know what, I'll try the Zao. I want to get rid of this guy. I know these are really nasty ships. Sorry about that, guys. But, this Zao knows that there were a couple shimmies in the area, so he's actually cutting his speed to avoid torpedoes. I'm not sure if the shimmy torps were spotted when they came through, or if I completely misjudged it. Anyway, you look at it, this gentleman dodged them all. Now, another reason the reason we kind of chose this replay, now that we have a couple seconds from the action, is while we all love seeing big, huge numbers on, people doing, people getting in their ships, you have to remember your experience is divvied up by the percentage of damage you do to a ship. So that shimmy that I hit was at 100%, so I get 100% of his experience. That is the same amount of experience I would get if I did 100% to a battleship. But as you can see, I only did about 18,000 to the shimmy and 18,000 to a battleship. He'll be able to walk that off. So you guys got to kind of remember some of that. Now, as the action is about to get hot and heavy, here comes the shimmy, and what I'm going to do is I kind of want to rush this guy, want to keep him spotted for Hank to help finish this gentleman off, as I get hit with nasty lag. But the one thing I was doing is slowing down. I'm trying to mess with my speed for this guy to potentially drop his torps in the wrong spot. Now I noticed that this guy's already kind of turned away. So at this point I know no torpedoes are coming in at me. It's safe for me to show some side and finish this gentleman off. Now, but to get back to the point here is, there was two of us shooting at that shimmy, and that experience is divided up between the percentage of damage between the two of us. And as I was saying earlier, 10,000 damage to a battleship is, it's not that much compared to 10,000 to a destroyer. That's most of their health. And it's a lot easier to get a lot of damage done to a destroyer than it is to sit there and do a lot of damage to a battleship, especially in destroyer, even though you have your torpedoes and you can just nuke them. But, I'm trying to say this for the cruisers. I need you cruiser captains out there. If you see a destroyer, shoot at him. It's not hard for you guys to do, 5-6, K damage to a DD. That's more experience, more credits for you. Now, Hank calls out and says, hey, let's go after this Zal. This gentleman beats himself. He should be easy pickings. I'm like, I can't see him yet. He goes, don't worry about it. He's dead. But he goes, remember there was a battleship coming down through the channel. I said, okay. Hey, do you want me to pop smoke? You can sit in it. I'll go spot the guy. You shoot him. Once he's in range, you'll be fine. He goes, no, don't worry about it. Now, I suspect this guy knows he is spotted by a destroyer, so he is turning away. But to get back on the experience and damage, if you notice that a Buki back there was nearly full health. Now, my torpedoes are going, and if you're anybody who's kind of paying attention to what I'm saying is, I'm going to get one torpedo hit. It wasn't on the battleship. It was on the Ibuki. Oh, actually, I get two torpedo hits on the Ibuki, but as you can see, most of his health is now completely wiped out as Hank finishes him off. Now I'm only sitting at 54,000 damage and only 2 kills. But one of my kills was on a full health shimmy, and for the most part, I took out at least 80% of that Ibuki's health while Hank finished him off. So I let Hank know. I said, hey, I'm going to keep driving up. The cyclone's going to end, I believe, relatively soon. I think we were paying attention to the clock timer. Sorry about that, guys. As I get spotted by the what is that, tier 10? Well, by somebody's aircraft. I can't remember who. See the Tashkent, misjudged his speed, thought he was actually going a little bit slower, but this guy did a good job of slowing down, speeding up to throw off my first couple salvos. But as I get closer, it's just this guy cannot compete with my rate of fire. And at this point, I'm in full panic. I'm sitting next to, for the most part, a full health Otago. As you can see, the cyclone is ending. These were kind of torpedoes to discourage this gentleman from coming in after me. I start reversing, not sure where this guy's torps are coming. As you can see, here comes his torpedoes. Now, somebody calls out that there's the last CD is all the way to the south. I kind of figured, you know, there's no way I'm going to get any hits on this cruiser, so I'm just going to focus my attention to this Otago. As I get 1, 2, 3, devastating strike on the poor Otago. About 90% of his damage done, and thankfully that put me at about 91,000 damage, so I can have some nice big flashy numbers for you gentlemen. I know it's not 100k, but I only have 3 ships killed, and let's look at the scoreboard to Anchor having 4. Now I do know 2 of the ships was for the most part Hank just finishing them off. Now I'm not gonna bore you guys with the rest of this replay. The last destroyer, what is the last shimmy? He runs for his life. Everybody in chat is begging this guy to stop running, stop running and just die. I ask him to keep dragging it on because I want this camp experience to potentially save my game, but I kind of didn't need it. I've had a fairly decent game, but you know what? I was just being a little bit greedy. But now, guys, we're going to look at the post-battle results. 91,000 damage, 2 devastating strikes, and with the 3 ships I sent to the bottom of the sea, number 1 on the team with base experience of 2,300. And just remember, guys, it's not the amount of ships you kill or the big flashy damage, it's the percentage of damage you do to ships. Made some money. I don't play these to make money. I do use premium camo to lessen the burden of playing the tier 10s. 9,000 damage coming from main batteries, 80,000 damage coming from my torpedoes, and just 700 from the 1 flood. Please keep those replays coming in, guys. We do really enjoy them. If you do get a very big or devastating hit, please send that in too for Sneaky, for his montages. The other thing, guys, remember, compliment good players, good teammates. We're quick to report, slow to compliment. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and have a great day.